Hey, welcome to another water cooler. I'm the host, Steve Wright, and this is a new setup. I hope my audio is sounding okay. My room is very echoey, but I am in a new location. As you can tell from the background here, I am actually in Jamaica, and this will be my base moving forward. So I'm excited to be here. Excited to kick this off with somewhat new tech setup, so hopefully things will go well. I'm at the mercy of Jamaica internet, so that's going to be very interesting moving forward for work and for all of these sorts of online social media events and stuff. So, but yes, I'm excited to be here. Excited to kick this thing off. And sorry for last week. For those, Annie, I know you were looking forward to for us catching up on the Tuesday, but it just didn't work out in terms of trying to get um, in front of a screen with all the logistics of literally leaving the UK the following morning. So apologies for that, but I definitely want to keep my Wednesday cadence going. It's 10:30 my time now as opposed to 4:30 UK. So hopefully I'll get a few people to come and join. I am yeah. I guess I'll wax lyrical about just the transition. Um, I've moved before. I've moved countries. I've migrated before. I moved from the UK to the States a couple of times actually. Work related and returns back to the UK were visa related, as one always goes through those sorts of hurdles, um, and that involved moving family as well. So very it's very disruptive for the family dynamic when having to move and set up home, school, work in new location. This move has been different. It's just me and with a grown-up family and more independence, and it's an opportunity to live with and connect more with my mum. Um, there's no secret. She's my rock, my hero. So um, spending time with her for me, just makes a lot of sense. We've got a great spot here to do that, and I've done podcasts and things from Jamaica before, so it's been nice. During the day, it's not so bad. It's warm. We've got a very nice. I think it's 28 degrees, so it feels like 30, but it's the coming up as 28. But it's really, like I said, an opportunity to spend more time with her and just enjoy Jamaica as part of my birthright, and part of my heritage, my roots. And for me, that's important. Um, it's becoming much more of a focal thing for me. So as soon as you're looking down, I'm just seeing if anyone is joining and making sure that I'm actually on the other platforms as well. So this is actually being hosted. As always, need a producer for this thing, huh? But it's only me, so I don't see why I should be such hard work sometimes. But there you go. You try and make things happen. Let's see if this event is in LinkedIn and it's kicked off, so that at least I know that it's going out. Um, yep, I see it there. All right, cool. So yes, that's me in that's part of my journey. I would explore it more. There's a lot to unpack in migrating, for one. If you've ever moved countries um, on your own or with family, for whatever reason, whether it's a familial tie, whether it's a career opportunity, um, whether it's just an economic benefit. I mean, I'd love to hear more from people who have done those kinds of moves. Probably less so about career, although this is LinkedIn professional platform and all that stuff, people will move countries or states um, for job opportunities, but more so around what it means for you as an individual, what it means for your identity, what it means for um, your upbringing, the roots that you lay down, and the foundation that you set for future generations, like your kids or extended family. Um, so would definitely like to hear some of those conversations or be involved in some of those conversations because, as I said, there's a lot happening in moving for me in terms of processing, unpacking the whys and the wherefores and um, what it means in terms of the dynamics of my kids, visiting. Um, One of my kids is not even in the UK, so one's in the UK, one isn't. So the dynamics of or the logistics of getting with her uh, is already sort of challenging in a way because she's moved away. She's living in a different country. Um, and I think that bodes well for me living in a different country again. Uh, the country that I wasn't born in, but moving to a country that my heritage is from, and that in itself is interesting because a lot of first generation Black British, aren't, or they're off an age where they're approaching the middle or end of their career, depending on when when their parents came over and made the UK their home, and now the opportunity to return, uh, not just as a first generation. My mother returned to Jamaica, and me as a second generation, not being born here but returning here. And there's a lot. There's a lot in that I'm really keen to think more deeply on, and what it means for the diaspora, uh, um, the peoples that have been um, displaced or people that make up the Jamaican diaspora around the world. So a lot of deep stuff in there. But apart from that, I am loving the weather. I'm loving uh, the fruits, the freshness of foods. Imported stuff is expensive. Um, soy milk, soy drink, oat drinks um, are expensive. So it's interesting. Eating vegan out here is not too difficult because the variety of produce allows for great dishes. I have a favorite, and shout out to Calabash Ital restaurant in Ocherius, and they are my favorite spot in most of the world. I've been waiting. Uh, I can't find a link to get in. Okay, she's. Let me see if I can get in here. Sorry, I've just got someone who is trying to get in. And let me control. Oh, yeah. Uh, um, and I'm just going to see if I can get in here. Where so there's the same link. Oh, is that there? Oh, I've got. It comes up in Japanese. I love that.
Uh,
I just sent the link to Annie as well. Oh man, you're up late, dude.
Hi, Watashi. Yeah, it's midnight 30 here. I
Yes.
was laying in bed watching you give your solo speech about weren't born there, and I was like, I gotta save this guy. This is terrible. So I hopped on to help you with your solo talk.
I appreciate you taking the time to join me and keep me company.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
And what
how's just go?
I mean, that place looks nice. Steve, that
Yeah,
place looks good.
it's my studio. It's my
Your mom's
studio
basement.
space.
I know where you are. That's your
Yeah,
mom's
yeah.
basement.
So hopefully Annie got the link here. So Annie, if you hear us, check out the um, the there she is. She found it. Oh, God bless her.
No, she's busy writing a
Ah,
new
there
book.
she is. Bella, ciao, ciao,
Well,
Bella.
it's the will to live. Even this is the same every week. I struggle to get in here. I can never find a link to get in.
Oh, it's the same link. It's the same link every time.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is
And it's
every
in the
time. I
same
don't know
spot. The
what's wrong
managers who
with it.
lead Facebook group,
Oh, okay, okay.
managers who
I will make. I'll ensure that there's a. I got into setting up pretty late. I had a call from my daughter in Cambodia, so it went on. I always give her time to. I always give her time to talk. So it caught me up right up against me going live. So I normally put a link in there. But it's interesting because it is the same, it is the same link. So if you save it in your browser, um,
I'll
you
put it in
should
my
be able to
bookmarks now.
your bookmarks. Yeah, it's nice that it doesn't change. Although saying that, I am looking at possibly moving from Restream to Riverside for this event. Yes, yeah, it is a little bit like that because why? Because I don't want to pay for two platforms. Um, and I think although there's some things I lose in the Restream space, there's some things to be gained in the Riverside space for this format. I always podcasting in Riverside is great. Not to get down the technical rabbit hole, um, but I think so. I think repurposing some of the content from something like this platform, because there's some nuggets, man. You guys are sharp and insightful. We got book titles. We got we got jokes. Sometimes we got jokes, not all the time. but
yeah.
I think I think it would be nice. It'd be nicer to repurpose and share your contributions in this platform through Riverside, so that you can actually have it to repurpose. I think the back end of Restream is kludgy. It's cloud based, so you got to download everything and you got to spend a
And
lot of
then it's
time.
blurry because you gotta zoom in on each person, and it's not high content. I know, as I had to go to Facebook on my phone and screen record it to make the clip from this.
Oh, okay.
I can't out or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just screen record whatever snippet, but that's trying to find where it was in the conversations too. Oh, other clips from this.
Right.
I think it will help you with your posting daily on social media, Steve.
Yes.
It'll
Yeah.
make it a lot easier.
Yes. Yeah. So this layout and also the link to join and the process to join. I think Riverside's a little bit more involved, primarily because you get a cop. You are recording locally and uploading separately, as opposed to watching this live like a Zoom would. If I dropped out, or I got the bad internet, it will be pixelated and it will show pixelated as a recording in Riverside. That's a local copy, so it will be the quality of your camera and your audio, which sound without getting too techy. It sounds a lot more work, but it's better for repurposing. So, in a nutshell,
Airplane.
well, the bottom line is, Annie, it'll make you look so much better, and all of those rich nuggets that you share in this platform will be kept pristine for you to repurpose and share with your cohort and your group members. So
Well,
And
cheers.
don't worry,
I've got a
these
cocktail and I'm here in a cocktail dress.
it's 4 o'clock somewhere. It's not. It's
4
the. I
o'clock
just had
here
breakfast.
in Italy. And this morning when I got up, what woke me was a massive clap of thunder, which also woke the dogs. So all hell broke loose around here. And I got up. They didn't want to go out. It was too wet. And it was just overcast and horrible. And I thought, no, I can't work outside today in this. So I thought, well, dull grey day. I don't have an office coat, so I'm just going to put on a really stupid sequin frock and work in that and my flip-flops. That's what I'm doing, and it's 4 o'clock, so I'm having a drink.
I
would do you one better. I don't know if I've slept in like 72 hours. So
Wow.
like, moving time zones and then having meetings in the US and in Africa, other stuff. And I went down finally. I laid down on the floor, as we do in Japan. We just lay down on the floor. And I went to go to bed, and Amazon shows up at my house and wakes me up. And then I tried again. Well, I really need to sleep. Let me lie down. I lie down, and emergency weather broadcast alarms throughout the building. A typhoon's about to hit us. Surprise! A typhoon just showed up out of nowhere. And I got locked down on my birthday alone in Japan with like metal shutters over the windows because the typhoon showed up, and it all day. And so
when was your birthday? Little hint
I guess
drop there.
yesterday.
What date was it?
I don't know, because like technically it was my birthday in Japan date wise before the. But it had not been the number of years since my birth, technically. And then at some point, it was my birthday both in Japan and US.
Well, you can't have a birthday in both. You can't have a birthday in both places.
Yeah, and
that's
I
2
hadn't
birthdays.
slept in like, well, I think my birthday I was up for 24 hours. So,
but it's still one birthday.
I guess I celebrated it in every time zone.
Yeah, the celebration can last. The celebration can last as long as you like.
Yeah.
When you get up in age, we celebrate the week or the month even. When's your birthday, Annie?
Right. Well, you celebrate it 4 times a year.
There you go. I celebrate September 4 times a year, but I don't celebrate my birthday 4 times a year. There's a difference, which is airplanes again for Annie.
You could. See, Steve Wright follows the 12-week year. In fact, he actually guested on a couple of Nick's podcasts where he spoke about having that system, not being confined to system controlling, actual calendar that exists. Like break free. Like you are living to society's will and rather calendar is what he said. Finding your cadence. And then he talked about having a cohort to help you be with that. And whatever else he talked about, it was boring stuff. The first episode he came on, he told you better stuff.
You need to sleep, Mr. Whiskey. Mr. Whiskey's on he's on adrenaline right now. He's up. It's Thursday there already, right?
It is midnight 30, and I was going to sleep finally, but I said, you know what? I haven't been on the water cooler in probably 2 or 3 weeks. Moving. I said I might as well not sleep again and talk to Steve and remind him that he hasn't booked podcast using the calendar link I sent him on Facebook 2 days ago.
Okay. Thank you for the reminder. I will book that spot.
And you never sent the clip of you jump roping on the beach like you promised in Jamaica, wearing your budgie smuggler. You said, as soon as I get to
I didn't know
I'm going to get the proper attire.
Thank you, Annie.
Well,
thanks for saving me.
It might just be the backside, Annie. So.
Well, no, I'm not a woman who wouldn't appreciate a nice tush. Let's be honest. But it is always nice to have something left to the imagination.
Thank you. Again.
Just make sure their smugglers are tight. You know, that they fit properly if you're going to be something right.
Hey Mickey, thanks for the shout out. Join us on the link if you're in I think I'll put let me put that link on a note. Just got Ricky, just give us a shout there. But yes, thank you. Appreciating a tush is not a bad thing.
And in answer to your question, my birthday is 27th of June, so it's coming up.
Oh, this month, okay. And you're going to celebrate the whole month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, because that's what we do. That's what we do now.
See, it's already started.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I do this every day. I'm running out of cans of mojito. I have to go back to the store.
Mojito. Is that your tipple of choice?
Well, it is at the moment because they were on sale at Lidl.
Oh.
My husband is buggered off to Greece for 2 weeks working. He's working in Rhodes, would you believe? The Greek island of Rhodes. He's babysitting a non-functioning turbine. Bless him. For 2 bloody weeks, and he's left me here on my own. He's gone off to a Greek island. He's left me on my own. And I said, well, I'm just going to get drunk. I'm going to get drunk a few times. So.
You see, this is...
I have no commentary, Steve.
No, and that's where the reality kicks in. I've met Annie. I've given her a hug. We've had lunch together. You know, so if she wants to have a tipple, it's her birthday month.
Well, I was very reserved when I was with you.
Go at it. Put on a cocktail dress. I mean,
cocktail dress and flip flops, yellow flip flops.
There you go. Yellow
one does what one must to cheer oneself up.
Exactly. I agree. You've got to do what feeds your soul.
But the sun's come out now, and it's coming through the window, and all my sequins are bouncing off the walls. I'm just walking rainbow. Whenever I move, the walls just vibrate with rainbow colors.
Radiating your energy.
I do that all the time. I really should.
I like catch up. No! Before you say that, hold on to that thought. I like what you said. Your description of the 12-week year and my year in months is kind of all over the place. But one thing you did say is create your own cadence, which is very important. It's not knocking against the calendar tradition. Calendar is calendar. It's time, and that's fine. But our cadence is our own. And I'm in Jamaica where the cadence is different again. So, 12 weeks out here is going to feel like 6 months because everything's different speed here. Sorry, that was going to go ahead, Whiskey.
Oh, so you said that Annie was radiating energy, and it reminded me of the online ministry I run called Radiating Faith. And I bring that up because you and I discussed an episode I was going to make, and I did it. The episode on what flamingos reveal about biblical truth and about I made the sermon. It was a few weeks later than I wanted, but I did it. So, and I wore a flamingo shirt while doing it. It was a shirt with flamingos on it. But my attire right now is not fancy. I was gonna wear a suit for this, but I'm wearing. I didn't want anyone to think I wasn't Japanese. I'm blended. I got my Godzilla merch on. I'm excited. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, as people know, because I have Godzilla tattooed on my arm. So I mean, that way it's kind of a mixed signal because Godzilla destroyed Japan, but they love him. So it is weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely an icebreaker, but it's I believe it's the 70-year anniversary, or they got G Fest coming up in November. There's a lot of special events going on. and I'm going to get to do, before they take it down, a zip line into a life-size Godzilla mouth.
Wow.
Blinding into his mouth. And it's Shin Godzilla. It looks super scary. And I don't know if I'll get it recorded or something. Maybe I'll,
Get an
do it
action
later.
cam for
Right,
find some way of doing it. That would
And
be
then
slick.
I'm gonna use an AI tool to combine that Godzilla's mouth and I'm gonna make a movie where we're basically like
falling together.
I'll be like Tom Cruise or something. It'll be like an action movie, but we're like the lower budget stunt doubles.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure if I would agree with the use of AI for that. That's a lot of megawatts. That's a lot of megawatts for
Could I join in an abseil down the side of some ridiculously tall building in a cocktail dress?
Oh, that I would say that just made it
maybe I'll
worthwhile.
give you a Mary Poppins umbrella. You can Mary Poppins.
Oh, sick! Then that's boring.
No, you want the dress sending off the rays like some sort of superpower. That would be great. I like what you said, Whiskey, about the flamingo. I definitely share that message with me. A quick shout out to Shanielle Robe, Shanielle Pope now, and her Pink Flamingo Way. She's the author of a couple of books in that theme around the pink flamingo, and that's where I think our discussions were leading that way. But yeah, there was a discussion with her about why flamingos are pink. That really sparked that in that discussion. So shout out to her real quick as well. But yes, yeah, I don't know, AI movie clip trailer with us all doing daring things.
You know what? In fact, Steve, I forgot. I got you a gift while I'm here in Japan.
Uh-oh. I'm scared already. What could this be?
You may recognize. I know your thing is kind of your style of how you like your vegan cream-filled donuts when you're podcasting. I have quite to eat a donut.
All right. Are you proficient with chopsticks?
Since we have mentioned that. It has been a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't pack any. I don't know if I brought some in my shipping. I didn't pack any chopsticks.
I will bring you some. When I come to Jamaica, I will bring you some.
Yeah.
I will bring you some when you come to Rome.
There you go. Spaghetti.
Eat spaghetti with chopsticks. That's very entertaining to watch.
There you go. I mean,
spaghetti is just Italian ramen.
Oh, is that a challenge there?
Is that a hot take?
Is spaghetti Italian ramen?
Well, it's funny. This is because in Japan, the first trip I went on, I got Italian food, just like a prepackaged Italian food of like, I guess more like penne pasta noodles, and I ate them with chopsticks just to like agitate people, because that was like when you eat from another, like Italian or Mexican, they'll give you forks or stuff, but I was like, no, I'm only using chopsticks while I'm here. So I was eating the Italian food with chopsticks and sending pictures to all my Italian friends because I thought it was hilarious. And in fact, for my birthday, because there was like a typhoon coming, I ordered Uber Eats, not a sponsor, to the place, and I had ordered from what they advertised in Japan as a fancy Italian restaurant. And when it got to my place, it turned out that the fancy Italian restaurant I had ordered for my birthday here in Japan was a place called Pizza Hut. Else in Japan on the app, and Steve, the app it said something else. They called it something completely different, and they said high dining Italian restaurant. And I got a chicken basil cream pasta bowl, and then I got like chicken teriyaki personal pizza or something. And the guy gets to my place and it's a box that says Pizza Hut. And I was like, oh, so this was a high dining Italian experience that I got to do.
Yeah, there you go. It's funny. It's funny how fast food out here has a different connotation to fast food in the West, I guess. Because I wouldn't even, I mean, the KFCs in England are just, meh. If you've got to eat something there, fine. Over here, the line is out the door. I don't know why there's so many places to eat fresh Jamaican cooked chicken, but everyone loves the KFC. Go figure. But there you go. Dr. Carla, good to see you.
Hello. I'm lagging. I don't know.
That's okay. We may fix some of that with Restream as well, actually, because
that is
in
true.
replay,
You're lagging about 13 hours behind where I'm at, and wherever Steve is at. Steve, I was confused what time zone you were in because I didn't know where Jamaica was, to be honest. Well, like I knew where it was. Time zone.
It's central time now because we don't change our clocks. It's 6 hours from the UK. So it's 5 hours off Eastern. But yeah, with daylight saving, we don't change clocks, so it's just nice here all the time. So it's been good. So where are you, Carla? Are you traveling? Are you home?
I'm in North Carolina still. I'm not in San Diego. I'm not in Tampa. I'm not around somewhere. I'm not in Arizona. I'm not in Jamaica. Like my good friend that I'm watching, you got a glow. You're glowing. It's like you're on. I don't know.
He's changed. It's
like
already
perfect
changed.
Paradise now.
And
yeah, it's changed.
You know what?
Totally, your whole aura is different.
He's gonna episode next week. He's gonna come here.
Oh,
and he's gonna be.
Go on.
I can speak patois. Don't worry. I'll help you.
Yeah.
I'll teach you Mr. Whiskey and Annie. Don't worry.
Well, it would be nice. It would be nice to extend the invitation to more of the Jamaican diaspora, people in my network that are either here from Jamaica, returned to Jamaica. I've got affiliations with Jamaica. I thank you for the comment about the glow, because if I was looking, there's a richness.
It means you're pregnant.
I got my color now.
It means you're pregnant.
I got my color back. I got my color. I got my color back.
You don't look the same.
And I like sweat more, which the pores open up more because it's hot. I'm hot. It's hot. Here, it's 28.
But you look
it's
35
28 now.
What's going on?
Everything moves so slowly here. I might as well be 35.
Except for the KFC line.
Yes, except for the KFC line. The KFC line doesn't move at all. But yes, international foods.
My grandmother on Sundays when I would be in North Carolina thought she needed to feed everybody after church 2 or 3 buckets of KFC and the sides and the whole 9 yards. She could cook. She was a nutritionist at the nursing home, one of the larger nursing homes here, and could cook very well. But on Sunday, she thought she needed to feed everybody KFC, buckets and buckets and buckets of KFC. Yeah.
But yes, yeah. But calling it fine dining is a bit of a stretch for Pizza Hut, I'm sure.
Who said it was fine dining?
The Japan Uber Eats app.
Seriously?
Japanese.
Oh, you've changed your name. I can't even pronounce your name anymore. I can't pronounce your name.
Say it in Japanese.
I have to bring my niece to translate for me.
Mr. Whiskey.
Mr. Whiskey.
Mr. Whiskey or Mr. Sake now?
Well, that's what I was thinking. But sake just means alcohol. So it's interesting because alcohol in Japanese is the word sake, but sake is also like a particular type of alcohol. So I don't know, who made that up. But really, while I'm here in Japan, just calling. So it is what it is.
Daddy.
Say that again.
Yeah, that's Japanese for like, handsome, basically.
They're calling you daddy, though. That has another connotation over here in the United States, and you're laughing. Okay. Yeah, that's why you're laughing.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I'm going to as soon as I got here, or even before, I reached out speaking on stage, and they're arranging a date and time slot for me, hopefully, because I want to perform comedy on my birthday while I was here, and they couldn't do it because they're booked out every like 2 weeks or whatever. But they said they're gonna get back to me that hopefully sometime this summer at the Tokyo Comedy Bar on stage in half English, half Japanese. So I've been memorizing some Japanese lines and stuff, and I'm very excited. That's actually. So my third comedy skit that performed was actually about getting detained in Japan.
See, I don't want it to manifest, so I'm not going to repeat it. I don't want Steve to call me and say, "You, Mr. Whiskey, he's been
locked up,
detained by the Japanese police for his comedy."
The first time they detained me in accordance to my comedy performances was because the company I run is called Couple of Nukes. And so when I got to the airport, they're like, "What's your reason?" I was like, "Yeah, a couple of nukes." And they I don't know why you can't say that in Japan, but they made a big deal about it, and they detained. We kind of had some translation issues and arguments, and basically when they let me go, I don't know, because it sounded like, I can pronounce it, but I haven't been able to translate it, but it was F for you Americano, and I don't know what that means in Japanese, but I can't
know what it sounds like. Next time,
but it's funny
because my niece speaks Japanese fluently.
So funny.
She's Korean and black, but she speaks Japanese fluently. So
shout out to all the.
She'll translate for you.
The Blasians.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because my dad, when he went to Portugal, got a train, a plane store, a taxi, and a boat. Right? He's a pretty wild character. And I was going to Japan, and they actually said to him, they said "F you Americano" a couple different times to my dad, and it was so funny because he's like, "Japan, don't be anything like me." And I actually had the opposite experience. I went to a bar, and I had bought a drink for these Japanese guys who were at the bar with us. I just bought everyone a drink because that's the kind of person I am. And they said they didn't speak any Japanese any English the whole night, and they were talking crap about time to the bartender because I knew enough Japanese. They were talking crap about us, but I bought everyone a drink still because I'm nice. And then they all suddenly learned English because they all turned and they said, "Thank you, Americano." And so my dad got "F you, Americano." I got "Thank you, Americano," and we were just
thank you. So that was good.
So you worked it out.
I do have a kind of wild Japanese story that happened like my second or third day here.
Wow!
If you want to hear it.
Before you go on, I want to be mindful that Carla's on a bit of a delay, so we have to give her space to chat, and he's working out another book genre based on this conversation, I'm sure.
No, I'm staying out of it. I don't feel like I have anything to contribute, so I'm just listening.
Well, you do, because I was going to ask you about your blouse. I like it. I love sequin.
You're going to ask me about my bowels?
Sparkle. Your blouse. Your blouse. I don't need to know your blouse.
That's TMI. Personal, isn't it?
No, that's TMI. Your blouse. No, the blouse.
Yeah, it's a cocktail dress. It's a dress.
Oh,
I was saying this when I got up this morning. The weather was dark and dismal and thundercloudy, and I had to work inside. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll just put on a really silly sequin frock and work in that today with a pair of flip flops. So that's what I've done.
You know what?
You
They
look
do
glamorous.
call it this time of year.
Thank you.
In America, they call it, once it's like spring, I don't know if it's the same in the UK, Annie, but they call it sundress with no underwear season.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Well, usually
no,
it's
I don't do that.
Real ladies don't do that.
I didn't make that up. I didn't make that term. It's been on Twitter before I was born.
I would terrify the masses.
You don't know when you were born.
You look decent
12.
wind.
Thank
you.
You
Look 12
well,
like Doogie Howser, so we don't know when you were born.
It was my birthday 2 days ago. You can say 13 now.
I believe it.
How old are you? How old are you, Mr. Whiskey?
I just turned 24, so I'm about to have my quarter life crisis, in less than 1 year.
Wow. Bless his heart. Quarter century, baby, yes. Around the corner. Not even a thousand. Oh, just over 1,000 weeks, man. What's that about?
It's what?
Oh, there's the whole dress. There's the whole dress right there. Look at the room sparkle.
Yeah, the gown is beautiful. I need to borrow it. I really like it.
Look at that.
I'm just getting another aperitivo. Because this is the time of day. This is the time of day in Italy where we have a little afternoon, early evening tipple to spike our appetite for dinner a little later. So I'm on my second one now.
I would join you with this. I got cherry blossom sake, but it's midnight 30 here, and I have podcasts across multiple countries from now until 8 p.m. So yes. I gotta
keep yourself.
I'm getting all of that. But I'll tell you what, Steve, it was so if you know what a happy ending is, usually those happen at massage parlors. But I found out that sometimes they just happen in Japan, kind of, because I needed to get a haircut. I had my hair longer than I'd ever had it before. And turning to the barbershop, and they didn't speak any English at all. But I spoke enough Japanese to get my haircut right. And she told me, she goes, I don't speak any English at all. She said 0. I don't know a single English word. That's what she told me in Japanese. Keep that in mind. So I ordered my haircut, and luckily Japanese was well, and I got exactly, which doesn't matter because I wear a hat anyway. I could have a bald stripe down the middle right now, but it was going fine. I said I just want the cheapest thing, just a cut, because they had different tiers. You can get shampoo, you can get all this stuff. She treated me like a bonsai tree. I mean, 45 minutes is just scissor trim, very precise, little raise. So she did a scissor trim, 3 centimeters off on all sides, keep it longer on the top, for like 45 minutes. Middle-aged woman, blonde hair, which formerly men too. Obviously, times have changed. In Japanese with blonde hair, that doesn't automatically mean they're a prostitute. But my dad, stay away from them no matter what. Well, cutting my hair, then she shows me, the back of it with a mirror and stuff. I'm like, I said waku waku and sugoi, like it's so new and exciting and different. Thank you so much. I was just quoting stuff in my comedy skit to her. So I told her it looked great and exciting and new. And then I thought we were done. Did like some extra bonsai work. I said, okay, don't do too much because I wanted to pay for the cheapest thing. Then she put some special kind of, and I said, I didn't want the shampoo. And I thought it was shampoo, but it turns out it's more like a lubricant. And she starts massaging my head. And I was like, now hold on, I didn't order all of this. She starts massaging it like this, and then she was chopping it, and then she was like, I was like, I guess this is normal. I think they do this at
scalp massage.
Sports clips for like $80.
Scalp massage.
It was a scalp massage.
Right. I didn't expect it, but the scalp. Then she goes down to my shoulders, and I was very tense. It was like all steel, and she was like really going at it. She's like, whoa, wow, you're so tense. And I was like, hi, yeah. And she's giving me this shoulder massage really hard, and this isn't part of the massage now. She decided after she felt my shoulders and kind of nearby, after she got finished the massage, she decided to give my biceps and triceps a little squeeze on her way out. Not part of the massage. She was just like, hold on a second, let me get a little feel. And then it got intimate.
Oh.
She takes a towel, wraps it around one finger, and she put it in my ear deep. And she slowly wiggled it around on both sides to get the hair out, to get the little hairs out.
Oh,
but it felt like more than that. And as she's doing it, she's suddenly very handsome. What? You can't say that with your finger deep in my ear. I don't know you like that. Anyway,
violated.
All of this. No, I felt very new, exciting, different, just like my haircut. But all of this was just $12. I mean, some people pay like $400 for a prostitute. I paid $12, got my haircut, got my ear fondled, and the best $12 of my life. And she was middle aged, which was great because my mom doesn't talk to me, so it fit all my needs at once. I mean, I was in heaven. I mean, this was the happiest ending I ever got.
You need to come to North Carolina. I'll take you to my nail salon. It's called Nail Palace.
Ooh.
If you get the manicure, they will give you an arm massage, that same shoulder massage. They'll go to the back of your neck and they work from top of your shoulders all to your lower back. You'll feel great. So if you like that,
TMI.
You'll love Nail Palace. And they'll give you a glass of wine. And if you get a pedicure, they'll massage your legs all the way up to your knee. Yeah.
Your legs heard about stuff like this, but I've never heard about wine.
Wow.
You get wine also.
Red toenails. Pedicure. There we go.
He doesn't have to get his toenails polished,
but they'll pay more money online for your feet pictures if they're painted red. Shout out to Imani. She sold her pictures of her feet for $300. You can find her on Instagram at Mochi Pusheen. I have pictures of her feet that I've taken when she wasn't looking in public in flip-flops that are for sale for $250 if you want the cheaper ones.
You said Republican flip-flops.
Listen, if women are going to sell pictures of their feet, obviously I'm going to peddle cheaper copies of them to make a living here. My toes painted with Dr. Hooker. I guess I could just post my own ones.
There you go. You got to pause long enough with Mr. Saki so that Carla can respond. She's on delay. There was a bunch of going on there. I can hear him,
but it's delaying my responses, right? And I have no idea why.
North Carolina there's a big sign when you enter the state. It says the most military-friendly state. So maybe I'll go in my old uniform, put it on for the manicure. Get the special.
That'll work. That'll work.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm not wearing it. I take that back. I'm not wearing it. Steve,
they might snatch
Fort Bragg.
You back on the base.
Fort Bragg's dating for military members. I've interviewed people. This is how it works, Steve. Comes up to you in the bar, and she says, "What rank are you?" And if you're not high enough rank in the military, they just leave you. They only want the officers or higher. And this would happen to this guy, and they went up to him, "What rank are you?" And it's also one of those situations, much like San Diego. Shout out to Steve. You go home with a woman at the bar. You've had a couple, maybe you had wine from a manicure, and you're a little, tipsy. And you wake up in bed with her. You look over, and there's all family photos of your chief or your sergeant and this woman because it's his wife. And you're like, oh shit. This guy had been sleeping with this woman for a couple weeks, and one day he looks a little more closely at the family photo in her house. It's direct wife, and he had been gone TAD somewhere else on a mission, and he was coming back. And he was like, "Oh man, this is not good."
That's a story with a plot twist, Danny.
I mean, it used to happen to Steve.
Looking at Annie's face. Annie's face is like, what in the world is going on?
Aperitivo. Cheers.
Annie,
I wish I had a drink right now.
Have you ever had a haircut experience like that?
Me?
I'm gonna make a barbershop where all the men are shirtless cutting your hair.
Yeah, I don't know, but I haven't been to a barber's. I haven't been to a barber's for decades now.
You don't go and get your goatee trimmed like a bonsai tree?
No, I do it myself like a bonsai tree. I do my thing. But you got that's some great material. That's some great material for your comedy. Yes, you obviously you rock up here and you're using this platform to test out some of your content.
Yeah,
which is
Annie's in awe.
I'm not. I'm just wondering when I might possibly be able to get a word in because this whole hour is.
You just have to cut him off. It's like
Mr. Whiskey talking
it's
about
like
himself
talking to you.
the whole hour.
Yeah, Annie with Mr. Whiskey.
Annie
I've been around him long enough. It's like taking your child. It's like taking your child to the store, and you tell him not to talk in the store, or when you're talking to an adult, you just cut in and cut him off. He doesn't care.
No, I don't do that.
Just cut in whenever you want to.
People, so I
no,
don't do
he does. Mr. Whiskey, tell Annie it's fine.
There were 3 weeks where I was not here, Annie. You had all the time alone with Steve, and I was not here to pass.
The other prospect
in my deficit bill.
Dave, that's something.
Mr. Whiskey does not follow the normal rules. No Robert's rules of order. No etiquette rules. He's just Mr. Whiskey.
That's Mr. Whiskey, Mr. Whiskey Saki, or Mr.
Right.
Mr. Whiskey,
Mr. Saki. I don't know what we're calling him now.
Yeah. But I do love that dress, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Annie's book. I started it as I promised on my journey to Jamaica, and I gave Annie some of the backstory on it. I think I've got the physical book. Well, I think I might have packed it by mistake because when I was packing my bags to travel, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I think I put it in something, and then that thing ended up being shipped as opposed to being put aside for me to travel with. So I ended up buying the audiobook, the Kindle book, so I can read it on my Kindle. And got on the plane, got settled, opened up the book, and didn't stop reading for the entire flight, and loved it. It kept me in there. Part of it is because I know the author. I've got to say I'm reading something from someone that I know. So there's that connection there. But the story itself is really, really powerful. And like Annie said, it's not about what happens in the book. It's about what those things mean and how they interpret it, the effect of those things.
Literary fiction where the whole premise of the book focuses on the impact of what happens to people, not actually what happens to them. But I think, Steve, if you enjoy that one, the next one you should read would be When It's Meant to Happen.
Okay.
When It's Meant to Happen. That's a Teapot Cottage story. It's number 3.
Yeah.
But you'll recognize one of the characters, and a lot of things will fall into place.
All right, cool.
Because they are linked.
All right, cool. I would definitely,
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad, because like I said, that was the first novel I ever wrote that I couldn't get anyone to take up. And it's the one I'm the most proud of everything I've written.
Yeah,
what's the name of it?
A Moral Swerve.
A
moral swerve.
A moral swerve.
A moral swerve, like swerve in the
road. Like a
Okay.
Yeah. It's a moral swerve.
Oh, any
definitely
moral swerve. Okay.
Yeah.
You might enjoy it, Carla. It's written first. The first chapter starts with a woman's perspective. It's about a woman who comes home from work and finds intruders in her house. And what she goes on to do has very long-lasting repercussions for everyone connected.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it's good. I like the style of the perspectives you're seeing the story. Yeah.
Yeah, my other genre stuff is all written in the third person, but I do the literary stuff in the first person. It's more impactful.
Yeah. I definitely have to get with you with regards to. I can see you being one of my mastermind author assistance for my book.
Okay.
I'm so ready now to write a book.
Great.
Good.
You know, before there's all sorts of reasons why to write it, but they've sort of fallen out of the wayside, and it's just now something that's in me that I want to get out. So
Yep.
I think the reason got stronger moving here.
Yeah.
The timing
Well,
is more.
most people who want to write have to get to a point where they're ready to do it. You can't make
Yeah.
someone ready before they're ready. And if you
Yeah.
feel you are, then you absolutely are. And it's I can kind of help you put a framework together, and then you can just go from there.
Beautiful. Yeah, I would
I've got a
really
title
appreciate
for
it. I've got a title already.
Do you?
But you give me yours.
Share the title.
Yeah,
Go on.
maybe this is a title for a chapter then, because every time I look at you, I guess because I know you're in Jamaica and I'm hungry and haven't eaten yet, I keep thinking about jerk chicken, and then with your British accent, I'm thinking of scones. So I'm like jerk chicken and scones. That would be an interesting title.
That's a great title, Carla.
And then do a subtitle at the water cooler. Thank you, Annie. From you, I'm taking that as a big compliment. Because look at the title of my book. People are like, you can't say "ain't" in the title, and I said, yes, I can.
Can I steal that?
Unless Ralph said I can. Right.
for a title
Right.
for one of mine. I don't often sit here and tell someone else their ability to come up with a better title. Because the titles are they're a big thing, you know. It can take a long time to come up with a good title.
They are.
Yeah.
Steve, if you're writing about
and Mr. Whiskey, just simply Mr. Whiskey.
Mr. Whiskey.
Steve,
just simply Mr. Whiskey. That's the title.
That's funny.
Simply.
I like that. But Steve, if you're writing about people who, in their cowardice, hurt other people because of their cowardly actions, they allow their moral character to be compromised and hurt others, you can call it, or don't be jerk chicken. You know, because if you're a chicken, you're a coward.
Oh, I like
so
that.
You could do a play on words. Don't be a jerk. I'm a chicken.
I like that.
Don't be a jerk chicken. Actually, yeah, thank you. I wasn't. It's more the theme. The theme is more around. It's a more philosophical journey in terms of what it means to be displaced, and what it means to displace others.
Are you writing this as fiction or non-fiction?
I am going to write this. You mentioned Annie, bringing in real events, but in a fictional way. Yeah, and I think
write a fiction book and make it a biography, but no one needs to know it's a biography. It can still be very powerful.
I have a whole podcast episode on that. I have a whole podcast episode called "Embodying Reality into Fictional Work to Make an Impact." I've had a few, like some of them believe, especially political commentary, stuff that's like very political. When you embed it into fiction, it's interesting because if you try to show people that stuff is happening in our world right now, they'll be like, no, that's a conspiracy version of it. They'll be like, wow, that's so believable. This is probably happening in our society right now. In fact, like shout out to I forgot his name, but anyway, he sent me a copy of his book, The Naloxone Conspiracy, coming out, and basically he was I think there's a Larry in his name. Apologies to him. He came on my show. He had been addicted for over 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. One of the most powerful episodes in terms of hope and stuff. He did marathon running, and his marathon abilities were spectacular, but he ruined them with addiction and regrets with that and stuff. And he's wrote a couple books, and the whole idea was basically in this book, they basically outlaw AA meetings in any method of alcohol addiction recovery that does not use the mainstream medication being pushed out by the American government. And it's a really interesting book exploring that. And like, it's in some ways it was too real. Reading it, I was like, this. He commentary about Canada, but a lot of it really hit home in the U.S. Just from the few chapters I've read so far.
So that's interesting in terms of, like Eddie said, about bringing in, you can work from a fictional perspective, but have it be sort of autobiographical, and I think that's the direction I would like to take this, because there's lots of things in that narrative in terms of first generation, second generation, born somewhere, having kids that are not from the place where where you're born. I got a child that's born where I was born, and I got a child that was born where I wasn't born. And my mum had me in a place where she wasn't born, and that's neither here nor there in some respects. You know, people can navigate that. You're military. You're born in a country that your parents were serving in, as opposed to where they're from, and that's a run of the mill thing. But there's an element of where you feel roots are, where you feel connection, how you create home, what home means, and all of those sorts of things come up. And then there's a personal journey that I'd want to share some of my personal journey in the narrative of a nonfiction story, and I think there's some things that I know that are sort of generic within my culture or race, and there's some things that are just within the way of the world, in terms of the world being a lot smaller, and people being a lot more mobile, nuclear family, that sort of thing.
And it's also, the question about whether or not people choose to allow the fact that they are displaced to define them, or whether they manage to succeed and adapt in spite of the displacement. Different people will be affected in different ways.
Yes.
And that's a perspective that's worth acknowledging in any book, because everybody's different, and even a fiction book can be very powerful in communicating that message, so that it really doesn't matter what happened to you, it's how you deal with it that counts.
Yeah, that's very true. And in that sense, it's one thing outlining what happened. There's another whole nother narrative in terms of what impact it had, and how.
And people generally, if they're independently functioning people, they generally have a choice about how they let that affect them, and how they let that drive their behavior and their decisions, and where they ultimately end up.
Yeah. That is really the impetus and the driver for thinking about a book project at this time. I just think those things have come together.
And they, about it. Are you there? Have you gone?
Oh, we lost Steve.
Oh no.
Oops.
Steve.
We can't lose our host.
I'm back. I'm back again. Yeah, I said chicken and scones. I don't know. This is Jamaica. I'm in Jamaica now, so watch out.
You ran away from a difficult conversation, Steve. That was a jerk chicken.
Yeah.
But Steve, you know what?
Yeah, Steve, I was just. Okay.
Go, Annie. Go, Annie.
I was just saying that I'll have a chat with you privately about displacement, because throughout my life I've continually been displaced, and someone else's perspective might be useful for you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. I love that. I love that, because.
I was taken to New Zealand when I was a baby from England, so I was removed from my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and I grew up 12,000 miles from any extended family with two incredibly dysfunctional parents, one of whom continually felt displaced, the other who didn't, through that move. Wow. and there was a lot of very powerful influences that shaped my decisions about what I did and where I went after that. So, yeah, I think you and I can have a very useful conversation about that, but I won't bore anyone else with it.
No, I think I think I'm going to be back on the podcast wagon with Mr. Whiskey. I'm going to book time with him, and I'm going to revisit some of my content that I've done already. I've had discussions with both of you ladies, Carla and Annie, and I want to revisit some of this stuff because it's a new season, it's a new perspective. We've grown a familiarity through this platform. I think a podcast talk that's a lot more pointed and more purposeful is going to be useful for all of us. So I would love to explore that more. I've got the space and I've certainly got the bandwidth to really lean into that. And everything's either going to be content for Mr. Whiskey's stand-up comedy or content for my book. Chicken and stuff.
Right. We're a generation engine. We are an organic generation engine. But Steve, I was going to say along the lines of podcast, you really need to book my fiance for your One-to-One Thing podcast because she won 2 national awards on artwork about cultural displacement and identity because she's Filipino American and her parents did not teach her Tagalog, which really set her back culturally from cultural connectives and all the community. It's the first question every Filipino American gets asked is, do you speak Tagalog? And a lot of them chose because they wanted them to be more American. They feel such a disconnection within the Filipino community and with their relatives. And a lot of them haven't been able to go back to the Philippines or the culture is kind of a different. So she won 2 national awards on her artwork for 2 pieces on that. She just has, I've been submitting talks under her name to get her on stage when she didn't know it, and she just got selected to speak on stage about that. So she's going to be at an event speaking on stage, not with me at the same time. We're both going to be speakers at the event, and she's going to be on stage about that. So I think you two could have a good conversation, one-to-one thing about it.
Yeah, I think I might have to book you as my agent to get me some speaking gigs in the States, mate. I'm closer now.
Yeah. The first thing they're gonna ask her is like, when you were pitching your talk, what was going through your mind? And she's gonna be like, yeah, I just got an acceptance email one day. I didn't know anything.
Carla had something to say that she was behind. Go ahead.
I was going to say congratulations to her. I need to have you be my agent. But then again, I better be careful because there's no telling who you would have me speaking to.
with a last name Hooker, it's gonna be,
I better be careful.
It's gonna be working on that.
I'm gonna introduce her and be like, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Hooker. I met her at we got a manicure together one time, right? And you'll never believe it.
See?
On that note, I'm just over the 1 hour mark. Closing comments around the room.
It's only been 5 minutes in Jamaica though, Steve. We got time.
Yeah. It'll take me longer to get served in KFC than this water cooler.
And when you do get your KFC, Steve, I got something for you.
Well, that's he's gone. Oh, he's back.
I was trying to show you my chopsticks, and I got censored by the government there. But
Annie, thank you for lighting up the room with that frock.
Yes.
No problem.
Beautiful. I know I'll be finding an aperitivo later this afternoon. So
yeah, make sure you
thank you for the incentive. Dr. Carla. Dr. Carlo. That's how they say it.
I was great here as always. You never know what we're going to discuss, especially when Mr. Wiz is on here.
I haven't heard anything from you.
I'm almost speechless. What did you say?
Unlike Mr. Whiskey.
Haven't heard much about you today.
Oh, well, yesterday I had to take us another 20 minutes or so. I called Mr. Les for him to speak to some people who were in a room, in a, what do you call it, a breakout room talking about him. And I joined in late because I was running errands. And I said, oh, well, I can do something for you all. Let me make something happen. Let me let you all speak to him directly. And they were like, huh? So I called him and he said, Carla, you know you got the juice, girl. I'll do anything for you. Of course, put me on your speakerphone so they can hear me, and then introduce each one to me and let them ask me a question. And they're still on a high from yesterday. So
wow.
It felt good to make them happy.
Well done. That's cool.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I'll give you enough notice on our podcast because it would be great to have. Les Brown is a hero in the movement, a hero in that space. So it'd be great.
I will do it for you too, Steve.
Oh man,
I owe you one. I'll definitely definitely.
That would be beautiful, man. I still remember the tapes, man. Still remember the tapes. You got to be hungry.
No, it will be live from my cell phone.
Beautiful. Well, on that note, Mr. Whiskey, thank you for staying up so late.
Yep.
Annie, thank you for lighting.
Steve. It was only for you.
Thank you for lightening up not only your room but this entire room with you. And Dr. Carla, always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure keeping it real and taming the dragon in Mr. Whiskey there. Thank you. and from Jamaica, Migan. I'm gonna eat some food now. Sayonara. I'm gonna go to your link right now, Whiskey. So stay up, and I'll get that booked. All right, love you all, guys. Take care. Thanks for joining. If you listened in, watched in, come in and get in on some of this. We just chat. Water cooler is just what it is, what it says on the tin. So, all right, love you all, guys. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Enjoy Japan.
Right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm off the air, Aunt Shirley. Aunt Shirley, I'm off the air.